Hi, I'm Daniel Lewis, and welcome to Book 101 Review. Book 101 is all about the books that I read for the last 40 years. And today I have my special guest. He's the author of the book Tongue Tied, no other than Mr. Jason Heffler.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Welcome to Book 101, Mr. Jason. And can you please introduce more about yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Jason Heffler. I wrote the book. It's based off of my own experiences as a kid, growing up with a stutter. So I wrote it for other kids who are struggling with their own speech issues, because I never really had resources like that when I was a kid. So the book, it aims to help and educate kids and parents about how to navigate a stutter or some kind of other speech impediment.
Mr. Jason Heffler, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge to the world. We salute you to empowering people out there. Can you give us a brief overview of what Tongue Tied is about?
Sure, yeah. So it's about it follows a shy chameleon. Her name's Cadence, and she has a speech problem. So when the speech problem comes out, she stumbles over her tongue, and she camouflages into the forest. So she's embarrassed to be around all the other animals and speak. And then, without giving too much away, she encounters some whimsical characters who they teach her that she can live a normal and fulfilling life even with a speech problem.
How did you choose the title and what does it symbolize within the story?
It's a good question. Um, I I always thought when I was a kid my tongue would just get tied up when I spoke. So yeah, the title was just always in me, I guess. Um, there's no scientific angle to it. I think it's just it rolls off the tongue.
Very well said, Mr. Jason. Very well said.
Thanks, man.
Is tongue tied based on any personal experience or events?
Well, yeah, I mean it's based off of my entire childhood. I like I said, I it was tough growing up with a stutter, and I was bullied a lot. Um, you know, when you're bullied for something like this, you feel like you don't have a voice, and you kind of become a shell of yourself. So yeah, it's a snapshot of my experiences as a kid.
Who is the main character and what challenge do they face?
I think we just went over that, but yeah, her name's Cadence. She's a chameleon. She stumbles over her tongue. She camouflages into the forest because she's scared to interact with all the animals, who think she's different, quote unquote. So the obstacle is that she needs to find confidence and self assurance, um, to go out and live the life that every child should, is capable of.
Certainly. So, what is the most challenging part of writing tongue tied?
I'd say the most challenging part was kind of looking back on all the negative memories that shaped it. It's designed to empower kids and parents, but in order to conjure that, I needed to look back and remember how I felt back then. So, um, yeah, to have to revisit a lot of it was tough, but in the end, it was the most fulfilling project I've ever done.
How do you hope Tongue Tied resonate with readers who have struggled to express themselves?
How do I hope it resonates?
Yes.
Yeah, I hope any kid can read it and they know that they can live a normal life, like, and parents as well. Parents, a lot of parents don't really know how to navigate an issue like this, in their kids. So there's a lot of, lessons in here, to tell parents that, you know, for example, it's important to focus on what your kid is saying, not how they're saying it. Celebrating small wins like that. So yeah, the book is chock full of little, hidden messages like that can help parents and children.
Again, Mr. Jason, thank you so much for empowering the world. Were there any particular authors or works that influenced your writing style for this book?
Yeah, my all time favorite author is Roald Dahl. He's the author who wrote the BFG. He was That was my favorite book as a kid, and it's Roald Dahl writes with a very whimsical tone, but the writing is very profound and accessible. So I use him as a roadmap.
Awesome. And how did you approach balancing emotional depth and storytelling throughout Tongue Tied?
Good question. I didn't. I kind of just poured my emotion into it,
Yes.
and I think the storytelling came naturally. I think if anyone's writing a book, they should just not be afraid to hold back. And if the book, if you pour your emotions into a book, it will resonate with the right people.
Totally agree with you, Mr. Jason. Totally agree. What
Thanks.
emotions were you hoping to evoke in your readers?
Self assurance, self confidence. Yeah, kids, especially with speech impediments, it's very difficult to find any semblance of confidence. Kids can be mean, they bully relentlessly, and they don't really know what's going on, from both a medical and a personal perspective. So I hope the book helps them grow a little bit and grow a little confidence.
Definitely, for sure. They will have a confidence after reading your book, Mr. Jason.
Thank you.
And is there a particular scene or moment in Tongue Tied that you feel captures the heart of the book?
Yes, that's there is. There's a mean frog in the story who he's portrayed as, just an ugly, nasty bully. But without giving too much away, uh, the main character Cadence helps him in a manner that he realizes that, she's not this hermit, this very quiet, in the shadows kind of character. He realizes that she can contribute amazing things to the world around her, the forest in the book.
So, Mr. Jason, what advice would you give to someone who identifies with a feeling tongue tied in their own life in general?
Uh, I would say, I mean, since the book is for kids with confidence issues speaking, I would say the main message is that you don't need to chase a quote unquote cure. What you have that does not need to be fixed, and that you can embrace your voice exactly how it is, and that can carry you through life with the same possibilities as everyone else. Just don't hide behind it. You should try to try to try to take it as your own and make it yours and make it part of your story.
Mr. Jason Heffler, thank you for your advice. We are proud of you and I hope you will create more empowering books like this to come.
Thank
And
you.
how
Appreciate
do
it.
relationships, whether family, romantic, or friendships, play into the narrative?
Oh, it's so important. Everything. If I didn't have my support system, my family, my wife, um, I don't think I would be who I am right now. I don't think I could have ever had the willpower to, one, write the book, and two, grow into the man I am. When you surround yourself with people who truly love you for you and appreciate all of your perceived flaws, they lift you up and you just can't, there's no going back.
Yes, indeed. So, what would be your short term and long term goals in writing?
I'd say short term is I want to follow up the book with a version for high school and college kids who are, they're navigating their speech issues at an older age. I'm not sure what it will look like yet. It won't involve whimsical, colorful characters for kids. That's my next move. As far as my long term goals, I'm not sure. I haven't thought about it much because I want this book to just touch the lives of kids. I have no interest in making any money off of it. I just want it to make a difference.
Certainly, making difference to the world is something else, Mr. Jason, and thank you for your bravery and honesty. So, what has been the most surprising feedback you've received from the readers so far?
I would say the most surprising feedback is that it's people have kind of taken the bullying stuff to heart. I'm talking about real bullies who are actually doing the bullying. I've heard from a couple parents say that they kind of had an epiphany where maybe they weren't treating certain kids right at their school, and they, it. I would like to think that it made them think twice. I didn't hear that directly from the parents who I'm speaking about, but they did say that their son or daughter um, saw the book and thought that they should treat people a little differently.
Yes, indeed. Be kind to another people. Empathy. So, if you
Yes,
could have
no matter what you're
readers,
dealing with.
yes, have be kind and empathy is the number one trait to be have for the people right
Yep.
now. If you could have a readers remember one quote or lesson from Tongue Tied, what would it be?
You nailed it. Just be kind. I mean, I know that sounds like it sounds like a platitude. It sounds overused. Everybody says that, but we need to just hammer it home. People
Yes.
need to be kind, and they need to realize that just because you look at a person and you can hear them doesn't mean you know anything about them, and you just need to treat every situation and every encounter with a level of empathy. I think if there's any lesson here, it's that you should always be as empathetic as you possibly can.
Yes, people empathetic because nowadays people are ruthless. They said, okay, I
Ruthless
don't
for no reason.
care. People
Yes,
say they
for no
said they
reason. I
don't
mean, they
care.
could you could people don't even have to open their mouths to speak, and they'll just get judged when they walk into a room. It's sad. It's a sad state of affairs.
True. People, be kind and empathetic because the world's needed. So before we wrap up our discussion for today, Mr. Jason, I'm inviting you to please do listen to my other podcast, Food 101, and its fifth season. People, fifth season, Bishop Alessandro, one of the specialty chef in one of the five-star hotel in downtown Toronto. Please do listen to our latest episode. We are reading our letter senders all over the world. So please do listen Food 101 wherever you listen your podcast. So, Mr. Jason, are there any plans for another book or follow up book for the future project inspired by Tongue Tide?
Yeah, like I said, I'm planning on a book for an older crowd, high school, early college. We'll see. I don't know I don't have a timeline yet, but that is my goal.
Looking forward for that, Mr. Jason. Again, we are proud of you. We salute you. I'm gonna give you 5 stars and please continue doing it because you will empower people all over the world. So, can you please invite our
Thank you.
listeners to support Tongue Tide?
Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate the kind words, man.
No worries. So, where they gonna buy your books? Usually.
It's on Amazon. I would go to Amazon. It's also on Barnes and Noble's website as well. They usually are quicker to ship the books, so I would go over there to Barnes and Noble.
Yes, people, let's support Mr. Jason Heffler because if you support him, more and more and more empowering books like this to come. So, Mr. Jason, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Dan. Have a good one.
Moricon people, see you soon.